Hello everyone and welcome back to another Wizard101 video. Now this is another guide video, and you may be wondering, Noah, how many more guide videos can you possibly make? And you know, that is a good question, but we'll get to that when it comes to it. So, you may be wondering, what's this guide video on? Well, if you've read the title like a normal person, you know it is a pet guide. Now, I touched on this, I believe, a little bit in the beginner or intermediate guide that you want to get a pet. And you know, you want to continue hatching your pets so you can get a good pet. Now, let's go right into the beginning. So at around, I believe it's level 5 or 7, maybe 8, somewhere in there, you will get a quest from Mayor Ambrose called Pet Sounds. You come to Pet Pavilion, you do all the things, and boom, you've unlocked pets and pet training. Also, in a recent addition to the game, they've added a quest in Old Town over here where you kind of become a pet. It introduces this new feature down here at the bottom left called Pet. Basically, it allows you to play as your pet. As you can see, you can dance and do stuff like that, interact with other people's pets, cancel it. Basically, it uses happiness and a happy meter for every minute you play, and you refill this happiness meter with pet snacks. So that's the basics of this little thing down here to get you started on, you know, if you want to kind of role play as your pet, walk around, do some things. Excuse me, Jesus, I just inhaled my spit. Second thing that's most important will be games and training up your pet. So your pet has this experience meter, has different levels: baby, teen, adult, ancient, epic, mega, and ultra. Baby, teen, and adult are probably the most important because adult is kind of where you know whether your pet is like a failure or not. And it's also where you can hatch new pets. So you'll get a pet. It'll need 125 XP to get from baby to teen, and then 250 to get from teen to an adult, and then 500, so on and so forth. I believe it's 1,000 next, or like 1,050, 1,100 or something. Then as you can see, 2,100. Basically, what you're going to want to do is there's multiple games you can play. You can play this Ninja Run, Way the Ninja Pig. You can play this over here. I don't remember what all these games are called. Okay, Gobbler Drop, Grumpy Gobblers, Cannon Game, Maze Game. I originally, when I first started this game, I would always do Cannon Game because in my opinion, it's probably one of the funnest, most interesting. Way of the Ninja Pig is also really fun. But if you're like me and you're lazy, you want to train up a pet as fast as possible, I would recommend over here, which is the dance game. The dance game will put you in, as you can see, a dance right here. It'll give you 3 things, and then in my opinion, it's easier to just like hold down up or something, and then, you know, if you press up every once in a while, you fail like this, boom. You failed. Oh no, your pet is not improved, but you have these handy dandy snacks right here. So for example, I can go over here, you know, and I can feed it, let's say like a punk rock candy, and boom, get 13 pet experience. And then this consumes energy, obviously. That used, how many of these? It used 10 because it is an epic pet, but at a baby, it'll only take 2 each. And that's the basics of how you level up fast. There used to be a method where you would use Cheat Engine, and Cheat Engine would allow you to go through the game incredibly fast, but that has been patched out of the game completely. So anyone that wants to use Cheat Engine to speed through the games, that is no longer possible. I would not recommend trying it. Now, you may be wondering, you're like, Noah, you've explained how to level up a pet, what pet stages are. How do you get a pet? Now, over here is the hatching kiosk, which in my opinion is one of the best things they've ever added into this game. So, basically, you go over here, you go to Browse Pets, and you can select any type of pet right here. Or, what I do is you click at this thing at the top right, search for pet talents. You search the talents you want. The ones you want the most are Spell Proof, which is for some reason not here. There you go. Oh, because I didn't put a dash. So you get Proof, get Defy, perfect, and then I would say a dealer of your choice. So, for example, I want Balance Dealer. Because I'm on balance, okay, you could actually only select 2 talents. So what I would recommend instead is remove Defying, put Dealer. So you have the Proof and the Dealer, and then you say search for all talents. And what it will do is Oh, there we go. What it will do is it will find all pets that have this. So, for example, you can scroll through them. You just spend some gold, you know, and then you'll get the talent you want. This is how I recommend, you know, getting a pet that is good for you and, you know, works. The best you can get, and actually, this is another thing that I'll mention. I will leave this as a link in the description, but there is a website. Why is this not closing? You know what? I don't know. I'm just going to leave Pet Pavilion. There is a website that I will link in the description which has a calculator where you can put in all of your pets. You can put in your pet's strength, intellect, agility, will, power, and obviously not happiness. But put those in, and what it will do is it will calculate the percentages that all of these stats are. So you can kind of know right off the bat whether your pet is a failure in quotes or if it is successful. So for example, spell proof at 9 is not the best, which means I want to hatch this with a pet so I can get more strength or more power. In this case, probably more power because that's what's hindering it the most. Dealer is the same. It can go up to 10, which means what I should do is I should hatch this pet, rehatch it, try to get a higher will stat, a higher power stat, or a higher strength stat, or a higher all three, and then put those into the stat calculator and just keep doing that. Basically, you want to go through cycles. So for example, I hatch this pet with another pet with the talents I want. I train that up to adult, and then I hatch that pet with another pet that I want. And I keep just breeding these traits into your pet until you get to a point where the pet is what you want. This might take a while, but here's some more recommendations that I have to speed up your pet training. So first off, if you want to train up a pet in probably one of the fastest ways is you want to make a new wizard, transfer the pet and a bunch of snacks over to that wizard, and basically what you're going to want to do is you go to Pet Pavilion, you train it up, and then you'll go and quest. Now you may ask, why are you questing? This seems like a waste of time. Basically, whenever you level up, it fills your energy all the way up to the top. So basically, in the early game, you obviously get a ton of levels. You just keep going back, keep training it, keep going back, keep training, and you continue this process. And that's what I did on my Storm Wizard, which I will switch to right now. And I got her to have a actually really good pet for a Storm Wizard. Right off the bat, she's only level 20, and she already has a really good pet, as you can see. And that's basically the strategy. Another thing about this is that every quest now in the game, which is a new addition with the last pet update, is that every single quest in this game gives you +4 pet experience. So for example, right now, if I did any quest that I have, I would go from 19 to 23 pet experience. Now you may be wondering, like, sorry, excuse me. You may be like, Noah, that's basically no XP. Why are you saying this? It's so much if you think about it in the long run. So for example, I can't say off the top of my head, but I would be willing to bet that there's at least 25 to 30 quests in Wizard City. Wizard City you can complete in an hour or two. If you multiply 25 to 30 by 4, that's 75 to approximately 100. Obviously, I'm not doing the math because I'm too lazy, but if you look at that, in the long run, that's almost enough to get a pet from baby to teen. If you keep going, that's only Wizard City. If you keep going through this game, your pet is going to level up drastically, which I've actually had. I think I've had a pet go from teen to adult. Oh, I was like, what happened to the music there? I've had a pet go from teen to adult just from questing. I didn't even do any pet training. And I think that's really important to recognize is the benefits of, you know, conserving your energy as much as possible and continuing on with that. If you don't want to use the hatching kiosk, find someone with a good pet. Ask, hey, would you be willing to hatch with me? If not, you know, what are you going to do? If they are, hey, that's just good for you, you know? Why does it want me to hatch with this Wraith? It isn't even that good. Anyways, that's it for this guide. If you have any questions about training pets or basically guides, you know, anything you want to ask me, let me know. If you have any recommendations for guides that you'd want to see, something you'd want me to explain in further detail that might help you, also let me know in the description. And if you enjoyed, as always, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. I'm thinking, you know, just setting a minor goal, maybe like 290 by like end of July, which is 10. You guys can easily do that. So yeah, see you in the next episode, and thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day.